as the Clippers come into town for this one. We're live at the FedEx Forum here in downtown Memphis, Tennessee, as the Grizzlies try to defend their home court. With Clark Kellogg and Steve Kerr, I'm Kevin Harlan, bringing you the NBA live on 2K Sports, along with Doris Burke, who will be joining us courtside moments from now. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. CP3 at point with Redick there, the backcourt. And it's Barnes, and at the three, the small forward. Memphis moving that ball around. Griffin with the steal. Stolen by Conley.
Oh, how about that basketball fan?
Wow, we're going to remember that one for a while.
I know I will, Kevin. That was special. Oh, man, that was a circus dunk.
Pass to Griffin. There's the feet, the ball. And it's blocked. The throw.
Oh, look out, man.
The whole rim is shaking.
Crashes the offensive glass and gets a slam dunk for his effort. I like the work.
You know, Clark, pretty easy for him once he got a handle on the ball.
Yes, sir.
You know, you're never going to get a more quality chance than off an offensive rebound.
And here's Green outside.
Mike Conley, a lightning-quick lefty, has never been an all-star, but certainly in the conversation as a two-way player who's been a cornerstone for the Memphis Grizzlies.
And it's Paul penetrating. Here's Barnes. Great tee that time from Green.
And they're now 1 for 5 to start this game, so having trouble finding any offensive rhythm.
Lee kicks to Gasol. And he didn't get quite enough under that one. And for Conley, drafted 4th overall after 1 season at Ohio State, he's gotten better and better, Clark, with each passing season in the NBA.
And that's testament to his work ethic and his approach to getting better. Last season was his best yet, up to scoring while maintaining his efficiency, and I think he continues to have much better basketball ahead of him.
Randolph kicks to Lee. And it's good from the elbow.
You can't give him that shot. I mean, a few open looks are all it takes, and he can really get rolling.
Paul outside. Jordan with the screen on Conley. Paul dishes to Jordan. And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more.
You know, there have been talk of the Clippers trading DeAndre Jordan for Kevin Garnett 2 summers ago. The Clippers have to be happy they didn't make that trade. Sometimes the best trades are the ones that aren't made. KG's still getting it done, but Jordan is going to be their center for a long time.
Conley kicks to Green. Lee left side. The pass to Conley. Green with the ball. Guarded now by Barnes. Clock at 4. Conley gets the bucket.
And Jordan last season, 2nd in the league in total blocks, becoming more vocal defensively, and I thought improved his positioning and recognition as well.
Oh, man, that was unreal. Mark it up.
Nasty. Absolutely filthy.
And the building is stunned, partner. He dug deep into his bag of tricks there.
Yeah, I hope he keeps that one handy. I want to see that again.
The drive by Green.
Personal foul.
Well, kind of an interesting paradox for Jeff Green. He's much better offensively playing at the power forward spot as a spread 4, but defensively he's much better guarding 3s.
2 shots.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Quality free throw shooter a year ago, about 79%.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Kufis checked in for Gasol. John Lure comes in for Zach Randolph. Adams, he's checked in for Courtney Lee. And it's Udrich in for Mike Conley. Here's Crawford. Here's Rivers. Here's Davis. Second chance shot. can't get the layup.
Terrific defense at the rim. They got right in his path.
You know, that's part of what great defenders do. They get not only in your path, but in your head a little bit, too.
Lure inside. Defended by Turkoglu. Left side, Adams. It's good. This game is all even. Adams has got his first bucket in this one. The Clippers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. There's 18 seconds left in the first. Jordan the screen.
A little bit of a magic act here, pulling off the Houdini to make that catch and slam.
Stupendous, stupendous alley-oop.
This crowd just stunned at the sight of that one.
Now Udrih. Green inside the three-point line. Well, it's been a tight one so far as we get the second quarter going back here. And taking a look at Los Angeles' performance here, Clark and Steve, what have they been doing or not doing?
And you could see early on, guys, they were going to go inside and try to establish their offense in the paint area. That's exactly what they've done.
And I think that's exactly where they should continue to attack moving forward, Steve.
Udrih out there with Adams. Then it's John Lure. And there's Carter. And it's Koufos in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Out to Carter. Dishes to Udrih. That drive by Carter. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. That sends Vince Carter to the free throw line. It's going to be on Glenn Big Baby Davis. And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Griffin's checked in for Davis. Barnes comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. J.J. Redick's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And Paul subbed in for Rivers. Griffin sets the screen for Paul. Redick is in the corner. And yes, sir, that one drops.
Well, Chris Paul breaking Magic Johnson's record last season with 13 double-doubles to start the season. That's points and assists we're talking about. You know, anytime you're mentioned in the same breath as a Hall of Famer, that's a pretty good thing.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. And Chris Paul finishing last season as the NBA's leader in assists per game. His third time achieving that mark.
Yeah, and he's been in the top 5 in that category pretty much since he came into the league. You won't find any better than Chris Paul at the point.
Catching up on the changes for Memphis. Marc Gasol's checked in for Koufos. Randolph comes in for John Lure. Courtney Lee, he's checked in for Adams. And Mike Conley subbed in for Udrih. Now here's Paul. Up top, Griffin. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Griffin's got the lead up to 3 now for Los Angeles.
That's just a case of two teammates working perfectly together. One setting the screen and the other using it to get that separation.
Paul again. It's Carter. Back to Conley. Nails it with a hand in his face. Conley's got his second bucket of the game to go. Jeff Green is checked in for Memphis. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter.
Jeff Green.
Paul kicks to Redick. That's tipped. Lee with the steal. And here we go. Out of bounds, the Clippers take possession.
Where was he going with that pass? I mean, that's just an awful turnover.
The Clippers have gone 2 of 3 from the field here to open the second quarter. Paul outside. Top of the key, Griffin. Shoots from the baseline. That one goes. Count it. Griffin's got 8 points.
He presents a defender with a serious challenge, always. Well, you know, every time these two teams face off, it is Battle Los Angeles. For so long, the Lakers have really owned the city. But the Clippers looking to make up for lost time right now.
Let's check out what Doris Burke has for us.
Yes, Kevin, Memphis coach Dave Yeager paid dues for years coaching in the minor leagues. But he did more than coach. He was the GM, ticket vendor, business manager, and halftime act. He said he loved the passion and spirit of that work, but there were also tough times. Guys, those struggles helped prepare him for where he is today.
A long road, but he's here now. Thanks, Doris. And a bit of controversy, guys. Last season, Doc Rivers had the Lakers championship banners covered up for Clipper home games.
I thought it was a smart decision, Kevin. I mean, you got to make it your home gym, and all they did was hang up banners of their own players. A smart move by Doc, and you know, the Clippers will forever be in the Lakers' shadow in LA, regardless of the results of the games.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Paul dishes to Barnes. Passes it to Griffin. Lee with the steal. Green with the ball. Chris Paul covering. And it's Conley penetrating. No good with the elbow jumper.
That's a tough one there because he's wide open. That's a shot he expects to make.
.58 seconds left in the first half. Paul, no one around him. True on the 14-footer. Paul's got 6.
He didn't get off to much of a start early on, but he seems to have shaken off the rust here in the quarter.
Here's Gasol. He hits him from 9. The Clippers in the lead. .32 seconds left here in the second. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Michael Conley. That's his first foul. Big group substitution here for the Clippers. Glenn Davis is checked in for Griffin. Turkoglu comes in for Barnes. Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for J.J. Redick. And it's Austin Rivers in for Paul. Crawford's shot is good. There's 18 seconds left to play here in the half.
And if they're smart, they will hold for the last shot.
That's got to be the objective here, Steve.
Green kicks to Conley. Oh, and the push. See you right back here for the start of the third quarter. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at Blake Griffin in this game. He's been everywhere.
Yeah, he tore it up on the offensive glass in the first couple of quarters. Love the effort you're getting out of him.
Incredibly persistent, which is what it takes to be a successful offensive rebounder. I should know. I used to eat a lot of glass in my day.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Doc Rivers. CP3 at point with Redick there at the backcourt. Blake Griffin down low and DeAndre Jordan. And it's Barnes in at the 3. And the Grizzlies with possession here. It's a 3-point game. Conley kicks to Lee. The drive by Green.
Easy call there.
No question about that one. You could hear the impact from where I am.
He's made 3 of his 4 free throw attempts in the game. And he makes the first.
2 shots.
You think about the Grizzlies, and the one thing that jumps out at you is their physicality. I mean, that's a team that loves contact and has no problem being physical. Boy, I tell you what, he does not look like your typical big man up there at the line. He has an excellent stroke and a percentage to match.
Over in the corner, Barnes. And Griffin scores. The assist by Barnes. Griffin's got the lead up to 3 now for the Clippers. For the Grizzlies, given how much Memphis loves their football, the physicality of the Grizz fits right in.
Yeah, the fans really appreciate it, and it's effective against every team in the league, particularly because the NBA has gotten much smaller and faster. So Grizzlies are playing sort of a different style, and it's been very effective for them.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to Doris Burke for an update. Hi, Doris.
Well, Kevin, there is no question that Chris Paul has been the leader wherever he's gone. He demands a lot from his teammates, but they respect his passion. Paul has no time for anyone who feels they don't need to work. He doesn't like guys who take things for granted. Certainly not someone to rest on his laurels, gentlemen.
Holding everyone accountable, Doris. Thanks. Timeout called, the Grizzlies.
Well, I liked what I saw from Blake Griffin, showing more assertiveness offensively, especially when Chris Paul was missing time with the separated shoulder. Blake averaged over 24 points a game last year. That was a career high.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by.
And Griffin showing more and more comfort with his jump shot. Doc Rivers wants him facing up to exploit his ball handling and quickness. And tell you what, when he's making that outside shot, he becomes basically unguardable.
That's some more rugged play from them inside. They have a decent edge in rebounds thus far.
And that hard work on the boards needs to continue. That could be what swings this game eventually.
Griffin created the space for that shot.
Randolph, a screen on Barnes. The drive by Green. It's tipped to the middle. Can they get it? And he takes the fantastic lead pass out strong for the slam.
Well, this is how you completely rattle an opponent's rhythm.
Yeah, you know, such terrific on-the-ball defense to trigger the transition opportunity.
And it wasn't just the tough D, it was the exclamation point they put on the fast break with the slam.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And for Griffin last season, over 70%. Clark from the free throw line for the first time in his career.
Love seeing that kind of improvement. It points out how diligently he worked to refine and improve that free throw shooting.
Second half of play with just under 2.5 minutes gone. Paul passes to Reddick. Griffin dishes to Paul. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin.
You know, of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is major smash mouth basketball, guys.
Love it. Old school. Just physical play in the paint. Dominate.
Right around 3 minutes into the second half. Paul outside. Wide open look. Again, Los Angeles.
Boy, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
Yeah, they have the defense on the run right now because every pass seems to have a purpose. They're getting great movement, great spacing, and they're really lining them up defensively.
Now a timeout called by Memphis.
DeAndre Jordan has always had a knack for the incredible, and it usually manifests itself in his dunks or blocks. But last year, he committed himself more on the defensive end, and it really made a difference for him.
Jamal Crawford, he's checked in for Matt Barnes. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Conley kicks to lead. Looking for Gasol, he gets it there. Good D by Jordan.
You know, so many games are decided by which team wins the rebound battle, and that's held true in this one so far, Steve.
And even if it's only a modest advantage that they have in that category, it's still a significant factor.
Los Angeles calls timeout. Los Angeles making a switch here. Barnes is checked in. And it's the Clippers' ball. They're on a 13-4 run. Ball again. It's Conley. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. On defense, Memphis trailing by 10. To the wing on the left. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Great look, but off the mark. They double him with Jordan. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Shoots from the corner. Here's Gasol. Over in the corner, Lee. Conley, the pass to Green. Goes back up. And there's Marc Gasol on the assist by Green.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint. And when you can get them, you got to score them.
Paul dishes to Crawford. Jordan sets the pick for Crawford. Barnes kicks to Paul. Lee with the steal. Green passes to Conley. Nice concentration to hit the double clutch layup. Conley's got 8 points.
Yeah, he's just embarrassing the defense right now because he didn't really need the double clutch there.
Signature slam right there from the big fella. How many of those have we seen before?
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Clippers have made their only other free throw attempt today in an earlier trip to the line. 29 seconds left here in the third quarter. And Udrich kicks to Adams. Carter dishes to Lewis. Knocked away. Griffin with the steal. Los Angeles calls timeout. At this point of the game, always important to stay focused. And while the coach goes over the game plan, these players are getting a much-needed chance to rehydrate and refuel with Gatorade. And guys, we know the drill well. All three of us drinking the Gatorade too.
Yeah, no question. Right. I mean, Kevin, people have no idea the fatigue that can set in during a telecast. It's
Clippers leading by 9. Carter is out there with John Lewis. And it's Udrich. Then there's Kufis. And it's Adams in the 2 spot. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies. Crawford, no one around him. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. Crawford's got the first basket as we get going in the 4th for the Clippers. Adams, the pass to Udrich. Back to Adams. Shot clock at 6. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Well, Kosta Koufos was a player the Grizzlies had coveted for a couple of seasons. They ended up trading Jarrell Arthur for him. And I like what they got. A starting caliber center, a good value on his contract, excellent defender. Really good trade for Memphis.
And that's a foul called on Beno Udrich. That's his first foul. Some changes for Memphis. Turkoglu is screen on Conley. Rivers kicks to Redick. And good on the basket. Book it. Redick's got the lead up to 11 now for the Clippers. And Kufis, a great rebounder, has a nice hook shot to score inside.
Yeah, he's not really a floor spacer. He's not a guy that's going to step out and knock down deep perimeter shots, even though he does have European heritage as a player and man. But he did have a great field goal percentage in Denver, and we'll see if he can get back to that kind of shooting in Memphis.
Stolen by Michael Conley.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Any extra possessions that you can get, either through steals or rebounds, are so critical in this game.
Redick with the bucket.
Boy, they've been so sound offensively in the second half. I love the way they're playing.
Yeah, there's really no comparison in the shooting percentages between the teams since the break.
Gasol kicks to Conley from the wing, and the bank shot is good.
I'll tell you what, he's enjoyed a very good day shooting the ball so far. He can bring them right back into this.
Turkoglu outside. Redick with it. Baseline J on the way. Another one falls for the Clippers. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. Conley dishes to Green. Back to Conley. Lets it go from deep. Good.
D there, guys, was pretty much non-existent. I mean, you can't leave a good shooter like that open.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
Looks like he saw some things out there that needed adjusting and wants to talk it over a little bit with his club.
I don't think you can ever go wrong burning a timeout if you see something you don't like and you need to talk about it.
The second verse is dedicated to the man concerned with his friends and his Timbs and his women. Him and his men come in the club like hooligans. Don't care who they you fan, Papa, yeah, you got good. Let's stop pretending. They want to pack out by the basement, by the casement, till the name of his basement. Some pretty face man claiming that they did a big man. Need to take care of their 2 and 4 kids. In the face and court case when it's
Big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Davis. Griffin comes in for Hedo Turkoglu. Barnes, he's checked in for Jamal Crawford. And it's Paul in for Rivers. Let's find out what Doris Burke has for us.
Kevin, Doc Rivers was just addressing the plan with his team. He told the players, let's put our foot on them and keep them down. We've got them exactly where we want them. I want to see you guys slow the pace, use the clock, and stay away from any silly fouls.
Conley with a wide open look. Hits the front of the rim and out. .143 left in the fourth quarter. And Redick kicks to Paul. 6 on the shot clock. Paul left side. The 19-footer is on the money. And the Clippers lead by 12.
Boy, that is a tough shot.
Conley into the lane. Courtney Lee is on the wing. Outside, Green. Clippers have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the fourth. Strong work at that end of the floor.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for the Clippers.
And Clark, their hard work on the glass paid off.
You know, they both are excellent rebounding teams. I thought it was a tough battle underneath both ways.
Fantastic show put on. What an amazing game all around it was for Griffin. Every time he shot it seemed like it was just going to drop in, and nobody was surprised.
And a wide open look for Lee. That's in there. Conley with the assist. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Now here's Redick, covered by Lee. And Courtney Lee gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Second team foul.
Crawford sets the pick here for Rivers. Clock at 6. And it's going to be a 24-second shot clock violation. They turn it over. Here's Conley. Can't connect. So the Clippers winning this one easily. Not much to be critical of with this win, Clark.
Not at all. I mean, they showed up.